Welcome to the Conscious Leadership series, Mr. Gajanan Nalge, and
Thank you.
thank you for accepting our invite.
Yeah.
So, to all our listeners, I am Smita Iyer, your host. As a leadership facilitator and a coach at Decode Inspired Living, our aim is to ignite passion in each one of you to be your highest self and lead with your highest point of leadership to create a more nurturing world where everyone thrives. In this episode, we had the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Gajanan Nalge. Thank you, Mr. Gajanan, once again.
Thank you.
Uh, uh, Gajanan, when we first connected, you
Yeah.
shared a lot of stories about your
Yes.
organization, your
Yes.
journey
Yes.
as a leader, leading
Yeah.
businesses and people. And
Yeah.
as I listened to you, I couldn't help but draw a character sketch of you.
Thank you.
And and the sketch was all about knowing how profoundly you know about yourself, how
Yeah.
compassionate you are, how you build genuine connections and commitment, and
Yes.
how you were able to nurture talent. And all
True.
this for me, you embody conscious leadership.
True.
And hence you became one of the person who I thought would would be an apt person to talk about this topic on conscious leadership, and our listeners would love to know how you managed to live and lead consciously.
Actually,
uh,
I will tell you the conscious leadership word I heard from you, but that was my character and lifestyle and the behavior which I narrated you last time. And then you gave a word to it as a conscious leadership, which is basically trust-oriented business and trust-oriented, yourself conscious dealing with everyone. So you can
Absolutely.
continue.
uh, Absolutely. And for all our listeners, I'm going to introduce Mr. Gajanan Nalge in a little more detail. Mr. Gajanan Nalge is a visionary leader and a dynamic business executive with an illustrious career spanning 35 years. Gajanan earned his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from VGTI and also completed a management program at IIM Bangalore. Throughout his career, Gajanan has held several leadership positions in global MNCs such as Siemens, Arriva T&D, General Cable US, and KEC International. His final corporate role was as CEO of Phenolix J Power Systems Limited. His role spanned various regions, including India, Middle East, and South Asia, where he managed large scale projects and business operations. After a successful corporate career, Mr. Nalge founded EnergyCon, a company with strategic ties in the EHV cable segment for the Indian market. His commitment to professional excellence is also complemented by his dedication to charitable work through the Aditya Arogya Mangalam Trust, supporting initiatives like the Pani Foundation and contributing to schools, orphanages, and old age homes. This is not enough. In addition to his professional and charitable work, Gajanan enjoys traveling, listening to classical music, a fitness enthusiast, and a marathon runner. And I really wonder, Gajanan, how you are able to manage all of this. It's so inspiring.
Okay. Yeah, true.
Uh,
It's a life journey.
yeah, absolutely. It is a life journey, and we evolve at every step of our journey.
True.
So, my first question to you, Gajanan, what does conscious leadership look like for you?
Conscious leadership basically is the trust at all levels. One word, if I have to say, because conscious leadership will mean true to everyone. Conscious leadership is trust oriented at all levels within the organization as well as outside the organization, whether it is management, customer, employees, or your suppliers. You are dealing with four pillars of the business, interacting with everyone. So, as a CEO, it is your job that you are able to give confidence to everyone that they will be treated fairly and they will be supported and the growth of the business will happen for everybody, whether it is an employee, whether it is a supplier, whether it is a company, and that all depends on your communication to everyone whenever you are meeting them. So you have to be authentic whenever you are speaking to anyone. Your words have a value. When you commit something, you should be honoring it. You should be careful about your words and giving the commitment, which will you will have to honor it. So that is the way that you will have to be authentic. Then you are building the trust within the all the parameters, whether it is a management or the customer or the employee. You are leading also with humility. You can't be using your position to, it. People should have faith in you. You should be approachable, and you should be making them comfortable when you are talking to them. And that you should not be showing your position. Then they will be open to you, and there will be conversation happening which will be meaningful. There will be exchange of information will happen, and then the commitments will happen. If you are able to follow this parameters, everyone will get aligned to the business, whether it is a supplier, whether it's a contractor, whether it's an employee, because open communication and meeting what you have communicated as a CEO, giving confidence that I'm behind you. Please go ahead. And that is what will make the whole change. So for me, these are the parameters that you should inspire the team, you should build the trust, and you should be authentic. And integrity has to be at the core of every communication. That is the foundation. And you must be knowledgeable when you are talking to people, giving decisions.
What I am picking up from you and some profound thoughts.
Yeah.
Be a visionary.
Yes,
Uh,
you have
uh,
to be.
have the big picture thinking,
Yes,
and cascade that vision to everyone
everyone.
in the value chain.
Yes,
Keep your promise. What you say,
yes, yes,
deliver them. And in that, take everybody along.
yes.
Build true connection with them.
True.
Trust people around you. And at the
Yes.
base of all this is integrity, which is the foundation of
The whole
being a
process.
leader of the whole process. And that's how people walk the talk. If I say what I who I am and what I do, that's how people start building authentic relationship with their leaders. And yes,
True.
I've heard so many times, a leader without a title. It's not the title which will allow people to follow you.
No,
It's who
no.
you are and how
Yes,
authentic you are, how you're building authentic relationships, what is your vision, how you're inspiring others. These are the aspects that will allow people to follow you. And that's
true, true,
really
true.
so profound. Thank you for that, sharing your thoughts on what conscious leadership means to you.
I mean, you can see everybody is monitoring you because you are at that position, and
Yes.
everybody is evaluating you whenever you are
Yes.
talking to them. They may not tell you, but they make your picture in their mind. What you are. Should you be trusted? Should your word be taken, or you should not be trusted? So if you change your version earlier and now, they will not trust you. So you have to stand behind them very solidly. Once you have communicated a decision, don't change. And even if it is wrong, take the responsibility. Don't be into the blame game and pointing finger, because you are the one who's driving it and you are the one who has given a command. That's very profound, because you are building your image within the organization, outside the organizations, and you have a very responsible position. So you can't be talking something which is, will give a different impression. It
I love
has to
what
be
you
a
said.
business.
I love what you said that they are assessing. It's not that I am reporting to somebody above me who is doing my assessment, but there are whole lot of people around us as leaders, and they're constantly watching your actions. And your
Your walk,
actions
your
have
communication, your
yes,
behavior, even the person to whom you are talking, at what level he is, whether you are talking to the management, everybody is
you're
evaluating.
watched. Yes, you are watched
So many
constantly.
cameras. So you have a big responsibility to behave responsibly.
But before that, as you spoke about integrity being the foundation of conscious leadership, there's another element which I strongly believe in, of how much leaders are self-aware of their strengths, their blind spots. Um, how have you been able to build awareness of yourself? And how have you stayed true to that and communicated to everyone?
I would say my journey has been so nice from the engineering level that it got built automatically. The opportunities which I got and the way I molded myself throughout that journey, you don't become that in day one. Siemens, I was lucky that the conscious leadership is indirectly followed in Siemens. You could tell your boss if you did not agree. But here in Siemens, ethical systems, a knowledge level, a cross bonding, a clear communication with boss, with teams, even at global level was so nice that you have got that environment of ethical behavior and open communication. And bosses have also trusted us. That was
Gosh.
the turning point. I said, I can become a CEO. That
Yeah,
was
I mean,
because earlier it
for
is department or a division, something like that. So I said, I must move to products. So I moved to cables business. General Cable was the company which came in India. So that experience was also good. And then with the different companies, you were dealing with the highest management of that, because I was already into a management category at senior level. So you come to know every company's strategic management, their core team, how do they decide? And when you listen to them, you evaluate yourself, where are you with respect to them? And then your confidence level goes up. Oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can handle this. So that is the journey, and that is how it was built. All other characters were because of the family upbringing and the Siemens, that you are ethical, you don't want to be cheating anyone, you don't want to tell anything wrong to anyone, you don't want to hurt anyone. That has helped you. That is your inherent nature, which you treat everyone. You don't treat with the position. Even if somebody at a lower position, if you treat him with respect, he will remember you more and he will do more work than what you are expecting. You give respect and people will start following you. So that is the way I built myself over a period of, 30 years to hold that position. That's
what I'm
what it is.
hearing is a lot of your leadership capabilities were built at the formative years in
Yes.
at Siemens,
Yes,
because as a company, the company demonstrated a lot of ethical practices
yes,
that literally shaped the way you started dealing with people, with
yes,
customers, with vendors, and that helped you in your journey. And as you led the position of a CEO, these behaviors sort of literally ingrained in you, to become successful in
yes,
that role.
yes,
No, that's a wonderful journey, Gajanan, that you've gone through, and very few get that opportunity to be there, to start from a role of trainee to reach such a
yes,
senior leadership role, and at the same time being humble,
yes,
and taking the team along is something which very few leaders demonstrate, and that's how I felt connected with your story. uh, so uh, you spoke about so many qualities that a leader should imbibe.
Yeah,
Uh, what uh, what is the risk of not developing these qualities as a leader? What's the
yeah,
impact of it on
yeah.
people and on organization if one doesn't embody these qualities of a conscious leader?
In conscious leader, as I said, the basic qualities you have to be core into the business. If you are going to be guiding the team, guiding your contractors, suppliers, and giving direction to your management what you will be doing, you must know your business. Leadership matters. I can give you examples: Ratan Tata, Narayan Murthy, Sachin Tendulkar, you take in sports, which is a conscious leader, I would say. You will not be able to find a fault with them. But there will be many others who will do many wrong things. Goal is money and goal is business growth, but the path to that should be consciously good, genuine. Otherwise, there are a n number of ways. So that is the effect if the leaders are not right. And if the company is growing, you can always feel why the company is growing, how it has gone from this level to that level, and you will be able to see the leader there. That's my view on it.
So, what I'm understanding from this is uh, uh, a conscious leader is somebody who has a holistic view of everything.
Everything, everything.
He or she has as a holistic view of business, yeah, about the vision,
Yes,
uh, and also equally about people. It's not that
yes,
you only know or you're only going by what people are saying, but you don't know what the ground reality is, or what the market is, or you know what the market is, but you don't know your people well. In
yes.
both cases, a leader will not be able to take the organization forward.
No,
He or she needs to have a very holistic understanding, and have a very balanced approach towards business and people.
yeah. True, 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 true. I agree with you. Otherwise,
Beautiful.
they will become frustrated, they will be resentful, they will have limited patience if the result is not coming. And that will show on the people, that will show on the customer, that will show in their behavior because what they want is not happening and they do not know how to do it. But
Uh,
a knowledgeable leader will be always cool. He will never be stressed. Even if something wrong is happening, he knows how to correct it and he will give direction to correct that. He will control the situation and still he will take people along even in that situation. That will be the difference between the two. How cool and how stressless, peaceful you are in handling the worst situations and how impatient you are in handling the simple problems. You will be able to see that.
yeah. So there's a
And the
stark
communication
difference.
will speak about it.
Yeah, there's
Its
a
style
stark
of
difference, right?
very,
Between,
very clearly, you will be able to see the boss and not a boss, but trusted boss.
yeah, a trusted boss. And I remember when we connected, you were speaking about trust, and we spoke about communication already. We were
Yes,
speaking
yes.
about trust. You were speaking about how to give honest feedback,
True, true.
yeah, even when the person is not performing well, and
Yes,
what a leader can do to help him do better,
yes,
and also respecting people at all levels, irrespective
true.
of where they are in the hierarchy. Could you share that experience once again for all our listeners in your journey with as CEO at Phenolix G Systems?
I
Mm,
will share you that journey. In a week, uh, one day I used to be full day in the factory and remaining 6 days in the office and 1 or 2 days traveling with the customer. So in a 5 days, 6 days week, my schedule one day factory, 1 or 2 days with our own people, and 1 or 2 days with the customers or site visits. where the large projects are going on. So when I used to go to factory, I will even connect with the operator. They never had that culture that CEO is coming out of his cabin and going to the workshop and seeing how things are going on. They never had that. And here was the CEO who, when comes into the factory whole day, he is taking the first round, going again every machine, saying hello to everyone and talking to them some small talk. How is his machine? What are the problems? What he wants to do? Even if you make that 1 minute talk with him, he feels empowered. And he is willing to share if there is a problem. And he is taking pride in telling you how he has solved some problems which were very, critical for the organization. It is just because you stood in front of him and talked to him, he is opening up to you. He is not going, and that is your success, that you make him comfortable. Don't intimidate him because of your position. And make that talk. If he says everything is fine, oh, and you meet every week, a bond develops. Then he becomes so much open. If there is any problem, his supervisor may not tell, but this fellow will tell you, sir, we need to do this improvement to do this. Then this will happen. So you will get a feedback from all the places. You make a list of this. When you are holding a meeting, you ask your people, how do we solve this? And then they will give you a solution. You give an approval, and the whole factory starts improving over a period of time. And everybody gets aligned to you. They are looking forward to your visit to talk to you or to tell what good they have done or what bad has happened. And then the trust level happens, the whole team gets built. What are you doing? You are only going there, talking to them, giving them your ear, listening to them, and saying very nice words. So you are making them comfortable. This has dual benefit. Middle level management cannot give you wrong feedback. It is bypass. They have to give you a right feedback, and you are aware of the situation. You are bonding with everyone. So I always believe man is the person who has a capability to say yes when he wants to say no, or no when he wants to say yes. It is not machine. And you need to increase this efficiency by aligning them. So everybody will be able to give you 150%. Even if they don't want to do, they will be willing to do it just because of you are aligning all the people together. And you are only giving them trust, openness, and even if something wrong has happened, you are giving them chance to correct it. You are not scolding them. Oh, okay, this has happened. Okay, we will improve. Okay, we will do this way. It has a huge effect. The whole factory, we used to have breakdown. Every production, we reached a stage where 1 month, the whole production was without any fault. Your losses have reduced, your efficiency has improved, and you could deliver to the customer much, much more faster. What was my goal? To deliver it faster to the customer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if my customer is happy, my business will be good. And what did I do? Just gave 1 day off every week to the people. Similarly, I go to the customers. And first, the people who have a complaint, you meet them and understand their problem and solve their problem. Because for customers, response time is prime. You should not make the customer to make you second call. And if you are doing that, you are failing in responding him. So I always trust, if he has told you a problem, before you call you again, ensure that his problem is solved. And he has reached your level, means everyone is failed below. So call them and tell them this has to be done. And also go and meet the happy customer. See how they are receiving you. Are they first coming with the complaints, or they are very good, giving you good feedback? That will tell you what your people are doing, because you
Yeah,
will have a direct
absolutely.
feedback from them. If there is
Absolutely.
something wrong happening, he will tell you on your face.
Yes.
Oh, this was bad, this was bad. But you have gone there without, any work. Oh, I was this side. I thought of meeting you. So I have half an hour. Maybe I can drop in your office, and he will welcome you. So you will have coffee. That will again generate a bonding. Oh, without work, you have come and made. So you are aligning customers also with you. Uh, every week, some customers. So you are forming a team of customers who are feeling approachable to you. So even if they want to give the order to competitor, just because of your comfort level, they will see that you get the order.
I'm hearing some profound things in this. Um, A, in the entire value chain in your
Yes,
organization or in your hierarchy, the junior most person in the factory plays an equally important role to
every
achieve
machine.
the goals of the organization.
Yes,
Second, um, when you are listening to them, not just that they're sharing the good things, but also they're sharing some of
only
the things
listening.
that may not be that good. So building a psychological safety for them to share aspects that are not good and aspects that need improvement,
Yes,
which has a direct impact on the
on products.
efficiency, performance, customer satisfaction, and probably even innovation solutions coming out
Yes,
from that
yes.
person.
He may tell you
So
something to improve the cost.
yeah,
Sir,
and
if you
and
do this,
finally
this
the
will happen.
customers who are
Yes.
really giving you
Orders.
authentic feedback,
Yes.
what needs to happen, and that also is translate when you're making that authentic connection, that's actually also translating into business.
Your position in the market is only because of your customers. If your customers are not trusting you, don't have a connect with the customers.
Now, Gajanan, you've as a CEO, you've handled a very large workforce as well.
Yes.
Uh, how have you ensured a culture of learning and growth for everyone within the organization so that they're able to tap into their fullest potential?
One is communication. If you want people to be involving, there has to be open communication with everyone. And when you are talking to everyone, you are trying to understand their strength. Nobody in the organization is bad. They may be wrongly placed or their interest may be different. Yeah. And when you start talking to them about their job, you will come to know what is his confidence level, what is his competence level, what kind of a responsibility he can take. And that is your job to evaluate without letting him know. And what are his career goals, how much he is willing to work for those career goals. All this analysis, you have to do it with your team down the line, and you have to give time and talk to them. So when you make such communications and somebody is not performing, then call him and tell him, "Ki boss, you are supposed to do this, and this is not happening. How can I support you? And I want this result to come. Now I'm giving you a clear-cut feedback and guideline. This is what I'm looking for and what support you need because you have not performed. Whoever I talk to, even if he's a bad, I don't want to insult him or I don't want to treat him bad. It has to be a fair game and fair decision without hurting anyone.
If somebody is not performing to the expectations of the organization,
Hmm.
be fair to that person and give him an opportunity. Uh,
Improve within the
Set, yeah,
organization.
within the organization, give him that opportunity, set clear expectations.
Yes,
And with an understanding that if he or she is not able to reach their expectations, then to look out for opportunities elsewhere where they are more suited, but give them that respect, and not like demean their self-worth, because when that happens they lose a lot of confidence within them to look for opportunities outside.
true.
Giving them that support, telling them that I am here to give you that references. Maybe this place may not be right for you, but there are many opportunities outside which will
Outside
be more
of your
suitable
level,
for you, of your
of your
your
level.
capabilities, of your
Yes,
level, your competencies. And that's how when they even go out, they have the highest regard for the such leaders.
True, true,
Yeah,
true.
and then their self-worth, their image, their own pride is also
Everything
maintained
is intact.
in the family and
In the
in the
family, in the
external world
friends,
as
in
well.
the company, he's able to move with pride. Even if he's resigning, he's going happily.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That was, and thank you for sharing that story and that piece of advice. It is really valuable, at least in the current world where things are so fast, expectations are like skyrocketing. You needed everything as of yesterday, and that is how stress, burnout happens, and people are not able to give their best in that
True,
situation, in spite of the fact that they can give. They have
true,
the
true.
potential, but they are not able to do it. So my last two or three questions, that is something that's coming to my mind. You spoke about so many great qualities of a conscious leader. Tell me, what are the top three non-negotiable qualities of a conscious leader that one should embed within themselves, and why?
I mean, one is very clearly you must have the business knowledge. And because you have to have a vision if you are in that position, the vision will come with the knowledge. And then you are going to deliver that vision to the management as well as going to get it done through your employees, contractors, suppliers, all the people who are involved into that business. So that is core, that is non-negotiable.
So one is the
Second is
vision.
integrity. Second is integrity. You have to have a very high integrity at every level you are dealing. No one should be able to make a statement about you, even in their wildest dream, that you are a bad person. If you are able to achieve these two, and the third is compassion. Whenever things are going wrong, put yourself into that person's shoes and see what was his and how are you able to support him and help him to come out of that. If you are able to show this, you are able to build a trust, you are able to build a respect for yourself, and you are able to align a team. Respect should not be because of position, it should be because of your communication and treating people how you want them to treat you. It is not your position. You are a CEO, everyone knows it. But moment you open your mouth, how are you addressing him? It's very, very important. If you are giving him respect and making him feel good, he will do double work for you. He will not do any cheating. He will not do any wrong thing. Even when you are not monitoring him, he will do a best work for you because he is already energized. And your job is to create that energy in the whole organization. And that is also with the suppliers, with the contractors. With the suppliers, I used to pay them on time. Why are the customer contractors and suppliers are working for money? And if you delay their payment 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, many of the organizations they do that. But if I make him the payment on the day of my commitment in the purchase order, what is he going to evaluate you as? Oh, I don't have to make a phone call for payment at least. So he is already going to align with you. At least either payment का problem नहीं आता है. So he will start putting his energy to you, supporting you, your inquiry. If you need some price reduction, you need some support, there is a customer complaint, you want him to go, he will be the first one who will help you in all these parameters. So he gets aligned. Only one parameter, pay him on time. And if he has any, and be fair on pricing. Give him a right price. Don't try to make profit from his order because he is a part of your business. He is also not an employee, but an employee, not paid salary, but he is working for you. So you align your suppliers, you will not believe you will get such a strong support from these people. आप एक फोन करो, मुझे ये प्राइस चाहिए, मुझे ये डिलीवरी चाहिए, वो आपको दूसरा कॉल करने नहीं देगा. So you
Wonderful.
align them,
Wonderful.
contractors also and suppliers also, because your business is going to depend on them. They are
Yeah.
also part of the business. Your delivery to the customer is going to be because of them. So what are you going to achieve by saving interest costs? You are also considering it into financing. You are also collecting your payment. Your customers will also pay you faster if you are addressing them. So you are improving your cycle, you are improving people's mindset and their energy, you are channelizing for the good. So
Absolutely.
suppliers, they start working for you and you start becoming L1 in the tenders, because he will give you a far better price than what is giving to the competitor, because he will load 6 months interest cost while giving price to him, but he will not load it to you. Further, he will give you more discount also.
Very true. And for all the listeners,
So if you
uh,
try to take care of the people, na, they will be the first one who will take care of you.
yeah,
Ensure that
absolutely.
you are not cheating them. Ensure that you are true to them. Everybody will be fair to you.
Absolutely. And I so much agree with you on this aspect. Being a visionary, having the highest level of integrity, being compassionate,
Yes, these
and
are the three
above
qualities.
all, and above all, this one more aspect that you touched upon was make everybody included in the whole uh, game or within the system, be it your customers, be it your vendors, be it your employees. We all are in it together. So when there are crises, everybody comes together to support you. And they're able to support you in many ways, not only in crisis, but also in your journey to take your organization forward.
And there is a
So
fourth one. You should be accessible to everyone. If anybody wants to talk to you, it should not be that he has to take your appointment for a long time.
yeah, and as you grow up the ladder, they say, right? People are not reachable when you
Uh-huh.
reach the ladder.
So in my case, I used to have an open door policy. If anybody wants to talk to me, and I will give him time. And there will be only business talks. What is his concern, what it is. But it will not be difficult for him to talk to me, anyone, whether it is a contractor, supplier, or an employee within the organization, anybody has any problem, he wants to talk to me, he will be given a time. It is an open door policy. Uh, Open door policy is accessibility to everyone, gives them a confidence that you are approachable
Yeah, absolutely.
and they can
Absolutely.
share their views.
Yes, yes.
That is the fourth dimension. Because if you build a wall,
Yeah.
you will not get feedback
We'll
and
never
you
get
will
even
not be
authentic
able to,
information, true
you will not
information,
get
which
information.
is required for you to take some important decisions.
Every person meeting you is giving you some dimension.
Yes.
You evaluate what is happening and you are aligning all the people. So everybody wants to be good with the boss. Everybody then wants to work very hard and you are putting them into competition and getting the work done. You need not then tell them, oh, do this. It is basically creating energy by your behavior, by your communication, by your treatment to them, by your decision making, by your integrity, by your walk the talk, being the role model, because everybody is observing. So you have a very, very big responsibility when you are moving in the organization. How you walk, how you talk, how do you, are you gossiping? So it
One
becomes a role
last
model kind of a position.
Uh, One last question. With all the experiences, your 35 years of your experience, what is that one piece of advice you would like to give other leaders who are striving to become conscious leaders? One advice that you want to give them.
You have a conscious, you be humble, number one. You have to be core on the knowledge, number two. Third thing is, any person you are dealing, ensure that you are not insulting him, you are not hurting him, you are not harming him, you are fair to him, and you are giving him good guidance, good direction, and you yourself are becoming good. So if somebody is communicating, coming to you for some advice, ensure that you give good advice, because I always believe that your name travels before you, your character travels before you in the market. So if you have worked with so many companies, so many employees, everybody has an image about you. And moment your name goes there, that image is going to play a good for you or a bad for you.
Absolutely.
So if you have created a good image with everybody that you meet by not hurting him, not harming him, giving him good advice, uh, it's going to multiply. And you will be a character where before you make a call, your work will be done.
Absolutely.
Customers will also align with you. Oh, he's there, no problem, we'll give order. Contractor, oh, he is there, no problem, we will take the order. Employees also will be the same thing. So you will make your life much more easier, because you followed only one principle: humbleness, no cheating, be fair, and be decisive, and don't try to harm anyone. If you are able to do this, you will be definitely successful. But if you are creating some ripples by treating somebody bad, he is going to give a feedback to somebody,
Yeah.
and
Which
that
we
is
you
going
may not
to
even know about it.
work. Because everybody is taking a feedback from everybody. Oh, how's that fellow?
Yeah,
So how's your feedback going?
absolutely.
And if you are
Thank
able to generate that over a period of time, you have lived your life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, some real pearls of
You will
wisdom,
have no
Gajanan.
BP, no sugar, very good sleep,
No
and
lifestyle diseases
no,
because our
no.
lifestyle is live and lead consciously.
I will tell you one experience for the customers. I was with Siemens. I was head of a repair shop where the all the electronic cards are repaired and given to the customer, because we have a lot of electronic products, and the card malfunctioning, it comes there. In those days, 97, 98, there used to be a Akai TV, and Akai TV, they used to advertise same day repair.
Okay.
Okay, same day repair. If the TV is not working, they will come and repair on the same day. I just picked up that theme, and I called my people. I told them, this is Akai advertising that I will repair on the same day. And if I don't see TV, I'm not going to die. But he is giving you that commitment that I will repair it on the same day. And here we are dealing with industrial products. One day not working is a loss to customer, because his production is going to affect it. And I'm Siemens, I'm so big, I'm not approachable. If they send, it will take 1 month to reach the repair shop, then come into the line, and then it will get repaired, and then it will take 2 months. What are we doing? We are here for customer. So can we do this, that I will announce to the market? Everybody doesn't need the card on the same day. But if I say that if you bring the card in the morning, you will get it repaired and you will take it back in the evening. Condition is no courier, nothing. Your person has to come in person, 9 o'clock, register. They will check what is the fault. They'll repair it. Evening 5 o'clock, they will give you. Can we align this? How many percentage of the cards customers will be needing this? What inventory will be required? And we will charge 50% more for this same day service. So we are doing work. We are charging more. Only thing is we are aligning ourselves. Who is needs it in priority? We are giving. Those who don't have a priority is not bothered even if you give him after 2 months. He's not calling you. So why are you working in his card which he had sent it? We changed this strategy. I aligned everyone. We started keeping stock of inventory, which will be required for emergency. Aligned with the suppliers, you have to keep this stock. If I need it, you will have to deliver it in 1 hour, and I will pay you more for that delivery. But that stock you will have to keep. I made a letter to all the customers and sent that letter. We are providing same day service in case of emergency, but we will charge you 50% more. Condition is you will have to bring the card yourself to the lab and take it back same day. And on the same day, you will have to give a check. I will not follow up for the payment to you. And you should not follow up for me for the card. You bring your person, you think your machine is down, it needs to be addressed today, so your production loss will not happen. You bring it, I will ensure that it is delivered and you will get it. Our profitability increase huge, our name in the market increase, और वो good publicity हुआ, branding हुआ. So what did I did? I aligned the customer with the people. I only gave the direction by picking up that Akai advertisement. If they can do it, why can't we do it?
It is
This is
out
all
of the
about
box thinking, innovation, getting
service.
the expectation of the customers aligned with the people within the organization, and creating a new channel for customers to take service off. Yeah, and
And there is
building
no
a bigger
guideline for this.
credibility. Yeah,
There is
building
no
a bigger
guideline for this.
credibility.
If anybody would have asked, oh, you have to give card on the same day repair, he would have been sweating. How can I do it? How my people will not work? Oh, I will get so many calls from the customer. How will I address? So he will give you all negative picture, not to do it. And here nobody directed, and I was directing everyone how to do it,
Yeah,
and we
so
were
so also
happy.
taking ownership, sometimes just
Ownership
taking
of that.
ownership of
Yes,
of that idea,
yes.
and selling the idea to everybody, and allowing them to see value in that idea, and thereby building consensus so that they
Yes.
can help you actually convert that idea into action.
Same
That's
day repair.
also, yeah,
People also
also.
enjoyed. I said, your performance will be delivered by me if you perform here. So you have to work. And you have any problem, you have to let me know how we can do it and what is the solution for it. Because so many components, thousands of components are involved. You have to make a list. Tell me what components you must have it here so that we increase our inventory. And you see what are the cards which are failing, what are the easy repairs, what are the tough repairs. All that analysis you do and tell me what do you want.
So
And
again,
I will
like
ensure
trust,
that it is delivered.
empowerment,
Yes.
asking them
Support.
what support they need. Yeah, what
Yes.
support they need to become successful.
Yes. And it
So
was done.
wonderful. Thank you so much
I'll
for
give you
that,
another
sharing that
example.
story.
I will narrate you one more story where it was a 150 crore tender. And I was directly reported. I will not tell you the name on the name of the company. It was a big 140 crore tender. The chairman, I was directly reporting to the chairman, a very rich person. Uh, and he gave me pricing. Oh, iska itna price dalenge, iska itna price dalenge. And that company was not doing well. I had just newly taken, and I was having a responsibility of putting that company on growth path. So he told me all that. I came back to my room and wrote him a mail. Hey, boss, if you want me to be responsible, then I will tell the price what it should be. And if you are telling me the price, then you take the responsibility, because the factory will be idle if there is no order, and we will be paying the salary without any order. So it is either your call or my call, and I will decide what should be the pricing. And it was an international tender with outside competition also quoting, and in the contractors also quoting. Now I have my experience. I evaluate my competition, their mindset, their pricing, their risk assessment, my risk assessment, and I put my price. In that 140 crore price, the second highest was 145 crore, and the last was 170 crore. And at 140 crore, I was L1 in 8 bidders tender, and my boss had given me a price of 170 crores. And I had told him, no, I don't fall. If I'm holding this position, then I will tell you. Either you tell me yes or no, you make a decision, then take a responsibility, or I take a responsibility. And this is before putting the tender. And then we were L1. We got that order, that's the largest order, and the whole company's fortune changed. Now, here the technical experience, the project experience, my confidence level to tell him, I'm just employee, no? He's the owner. But
Valuable,
you have to
valuable.
stand for what you believe in.
Yeah. So having the courage to stand up, being decisive, knowing what you are saying, all of
There,
this
the
are
core knowledge
also,
is important.
yeah,
If I would not
absolutely.
had that core knowledge, I would have simply followed him. And if the order would have gone, I would have said, "Oh, we are not, we did not get." Employees would have been sitting. So you made that whole thing change just because you stood for it. And here
Absolutely.
I say, no, the core knowledge is important because you are going to give a decision. Now to stand against him,
Yeah,
ego plays a lot.
absolutely.
मुझे
Yeah.
बोलता है.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you
So,
so much, Mr. Gajanan,
so
for
this
this
is what
wonderful conversation and all the stories that you shared. These all are going to be really
there are
valuable to
many
all our
stories. There are
listeners.
many stories.
And I'm
But I
sure
take
with your
pride in all
35
that.
years of experience, there will be many, many. But
Uh,
these pearls of wisdom for our listeners is going to help them understand and pick up some aspect of it to grow in their
some learning will
lives.
happen.
Absolutely.
Some
So on
learning will
that
happen.
note, thank you so much. And I'm going to, end this conversation with again a vote of thanks for you for accepting our invitation and coming and speaking about your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much and all the best for your
Thank you.
journey.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.